A lot of channels have been trying to push the narrative that Gervonta Tank Davis is the new face of boxing. Well, someone needs to tell that to Canelo Alvarez. According to Forbes, Canelo Alvarez is the 5th highest paid athlete in the world. If money talks, Canelo is shutting you the hell up.
Shut up, bitch.
Because he's the only boxer in the top 10. And look at who he's with. He's with LeBron James. He's right under LeBron James, making more than Steph Curry and Kevin Durant by myself. So come on now, let's stop the cap. We know who the face of boxing is. The number that matters doesn't lie. The other narrative I'm sick of hearing from some YouTube channels is Devin Haney has pillow fists.
For the best night's sleep in the whole wide world, visit mypillow.com.
It's easy to make jokes about a fighter having pillow fists, and it may make for some good YouTube content. But the reality is, fighters calling other fighters pillow fists has led to instant karma.
Fury, like I told him, he had pillows as fists.
Fury throwing that uppercut again. Oh!
Typically, when you want to know something about a fighter, you ask someone who's been in the ring with them. Not during a sparring session, but someone who's been in the ring with them during an actual fight, where they wear 8 to 10 ounce gloves, where they fight 10 to 12 rounds. And that was the case with Jorge Linares. He was asked to give his pick between Vasily Lomachenko and Devin Haney, as he's been in the ring with both fighters. He picked Devin, gave Devin a 60-40 chance to win, and here's what he had to say.
For me, Haney has the best time right now. You know, he's quick, he's fast, he has power, and he moves so much, so well in the ring.
I'm kicking it live, homie. Kicking the stupid dog moves.
Shut up, bitch.
The other argument I hear about Devin Haney that gets on my nerves is that he's not a pay-per-view attraction. But the greatest pay-per-view attraction of all time is Floyd Money Mayweather. And people forget that for a very long time, he wasn't a pay-per-view attraction either. In fact, Oscar De La Hoya and Shane Mosley and Iron Mike Tyson were all, Roy Jones Jr. as well, were all bigger attractions than Floyd Money Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather made his pro debut in 1996, and he didn't fight on pay-per-view until 2005, when he was 28 years old, and his opponent was Arturo Thunder Gotti. He had an impressive performance against Gotti, but that didn't make him a pay-per-view star. In 2005, he did 365,000 pay-per-view buys fighting Arturo Thunder Gotti, and in 2006, he did 375,000 pay-per-view buys fighting Zab Super Judah. So again, he wasn't the big superstar at that time. It was Oscar De La Hoya and Sugar Shane Mosley. And back then, Floyd Mayweather used to beg them for a fight.
I want to fight the best they got out there. I would love to fight Constance Zoo or Arturo Gotti, the best out there. And I hear that Shane Mosley is coming down to 147. I hear Oscar De La Hoya is coming down to 147. For Floyd Mayweather is willing to go to 147 and fight Shane Mosley or fight Oscar De La Hoya.
I got the dope moves.
If I were Oscar De La Hoya or Shane Mosley, if I'd even want to give Floyd Mayweather a chance against me at 147 pounds.
Well, because he had everything to gain and nothing to lose, and they would have everything to lose and nothing to gain.
Exactly.
So that would be really a dumb fight for either one of those guys, but you never know what happens in this game. Money talks, and you never know.
If Mayweather were to get a chance to beat Costa Zoo and do it, maybe he'd be a big enough star that the money would make it talk.
That would be a good fight. I would also like to see him maybe take on a person like a Zab Judah.
Shut up, bitch.
Now, earlier you had issued almost categorical statements that you would not fight Floyd Mayweather at welterweight this year. This kind of performance can explode that in terms of people wanting to see it. So, if there is the possibility of making a huge payday, maybe the biggest one you've ever made, will you reconsider your earlier statements?
Well, I mean, you never know what happens, but I know that, you know, I plan to go on trips and stuff like that even before this fight, and you know, a fight in November, I don't know if I'll be able to properly train in November, so that's why I said next year will be a perfect opportunity for me to step in the ring with Floyd Mayweather.
Why not seize the opportunity now if it comes along?
Well, I don't know. Like I said, I mean, you know, as I'm sitting here, my tooth is a little loose right now. I'm trying to figure out if I gotta go to the dentist and give me some dentures in a second.
So you can't think ahead to Monday.
So I can't think ahead. You know, I've been feeling my tooth right now. I feel like it's coming out. It looks like it, but feel like it's coming out. So I gotta see what's going on. You know.
In boxing, it's not how you start, it's how you finish, and whether or not you take advantage of your opportunities when they're presented to you. As you saw, Floyd Mayweather begged for a fight with Oscar De La Hoya and Sugar Shane Mosley, despite what the media tried to say. You got people saying Floyd Mayweather ducked, and they try to make it seem like he picked his opponents, but the reality was, when he wanted to fight them when they were on top, they avoided him. So when he was on top, he picked and chose how he saw fit. He still gave them the opportunity, which was more than they did for him when they were on top. But again, the media spins it how they want. The same thing happens with Devin Haney. But once Floyd fought Oscar De La Hoya at 154, the weight class Oscar De La Hoya chose, with 10-ounce gloves, in the ring size that Oscar De La Hoya chose, he became the money man, and he never relinquished that. And he went on to smash records. But make no mistake, before he did that, he was a certified B-side. So making fun of Devin Haney now may not necessarily play out to your benefit later. Let's look at what happened with Shane as the years went by.
There is another truly great fighter here tonight who's your size, Sugar Shane Mosley. What are the possibility that we see that fight in the near future?
Shane Mosley is one hell of a fighter. And I don't take that away from Shane. You know what I'm saying? I let Al Heyman and Leonard Ellaby conduct my bouts, and then we'll go from there. I'm not scared of Shane Mosley. I'm not scared of no fight.
We just want to get it on, that's all. I mean, the fans want to see a great fight. Me and Money Mayweather, let's get this on. Let's do it.
Well, it's like this. Wait.
All right, that's it. Hold on. Bernard, everybody calm down. Floyd. Shane, please. Floyd, let's concentrate here. Let's concentrate. You good? Bernard, please.
I'll come up there and interrupt you when you're doing your interview. Don't disrespect me. Respect me as a man.
Okay. Shake hands. Good. Now, Floyd.
Respect me as a man.
Now, Floyd. Shane, not now. Manny Pacquiao. I thought that would get your attention.
Nobody get my attention. I know what I can do. I know what I bring to the
And you
table.
showed what you can do tonight.
And I showed up.
Let me ask you about the selection of Marquez as the opponent. It seems that...
The thing is this. I'm going to do the talking because you do too much talking. The thing is this.
All right, Jim.
Let me do something.
Jim.
Okay.
You notice how soft the media was with Shane Mosley, as he was obviously ducking Floyd Money Mayweather. However, when Floyd is speaking and Floyd's trying to explain what he wants to do with his career, they're forcing names down. They got the opponents walking in the ring, interrupting his post-fight press conferences. It's funny to me. But when Shane Mosley was the attraction, you saw Jim Lampley and Roy Jones saying, oh, well, why would they even give him an opportunity? Now Floyd Money Mayweather is the pay-per-view star. He's the guy who just had a dub, and they're throwing names at him. They want him to give everyone opportunities. But it was a different standard when other people had the belts. And that's partly why Canelo Alvarez gets hate to this day from Floyd Mayweather fans, because they want to hold Canelo Alvarez to the same standard that everyone else held Floyd to. And that's what causes the disconnect. That's where you have some people talking about, oh, well, the black fighters and the Mexican fighters. And a lot of the hate Canelo Alvarez receives are from people who just want him to be held to the same standard that they held Floyd Money Mayweather to. Now, respectfully, on this channel, we love Canelo, so we don't do any of that. But I can see where it comes from. Because if Benavidez was lurking around in Floyd Money Mayweather's era, people would be throwing it in his face after every post-fight interview, every post-fight press conference, every press conference they would be saying Benavidez. They would have Benavidez waiting at his fights to go jump in the ring. So that's where that energy is coming from. A lot of the Canelo hate are just Floyd fans who want to see Canelo be held to the same standard while he's on the top. But let's talk about Snagger-tooth Veneer Shane, who wanted to go to the dentist when it was his time to step up to the plate to fight Floyd Mayweather. But once he needed a check, once he needed to fight, he was in the ring begging Floyd for a fight. What happened, Shane? So was it you wanted other people to have the opportunity to fight Floyd, but then when you was desperate, you wanted to fight Floyd? Shane's a funny man.
Do I look funny, huh? Do you think I'm a fucking clown?
Nah, man, I just thought.
Come on, you think I can go both ways like I go both ways or something?
Yo,
huh? Ain't nothing funny over here.